If you've missed our book feature this morning, you can, we had a chat rather with author Mzim Gadi, and he was unpacking his latest offering that he entitled In the Name of the Land. Now, if you want to share your thoughts with us on some of the books you're currently reading, have read, or those you'd like to read, all you have to do is email, Instagram, or tweet us a picture with a relevant caption of your pick of the week, your must-read for 2017, your current read, and the one you maybe was hoping would be great, but maybe turned out to be rather disappointing. Tweet us at Morning Live SABC with the all-important hashtag Morning Live SABC. Instagram us using the handle at Morning Live SABC, or drop us a mail, morninglive@sabc.co.za. Well, award-winning South African singer-songwriter Johnny Clegg will perform a final set of shows in South Africa and overseas as a way to thank his fans for their continued support. The Impi hitmaker, who was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer about 2 years ago, will bring the curtain down nearly 40 years after he began one of music's most remarkable careers. Our producer Lebo Thinane sat down with the legendary musician and spoke about, amongst other things, about the final journey world tour, which will be taking place at the TicketPro Dome on the 11th of November.
If you had to define this chapter, this very one in your life, and if you could define it, what is this chapter called?
It's called wrapping up, it's called consolidation. And I suppose the final chapter, really.
What does something like cancer do to a man's journey?
Well, I think everybody responds to it both in the same way but also differently. Generally, everybody, asks similar questions. Why did this happen to me now? At this point, is there something that I ate or did, or what? You're not. It's such a weird thing to happen. It's not in your universe of possibilities. It happens to other people. So that's on the one hand. On the other hand, I think one brings a different set of coping mechanisms. If you're mentally strong, if you've had a life that demanded from you to deal with challenges a lot along the way, or help other people, you tend to find that person may cope better. But underlying all of this is the fact that your life takes a left turn, and you live in two universes, two parallel universes. One is the cancer universe, and one is the rest of your life in the other part of your world, your daily life world, that you carry on and you try and participate in as best you can. So it's hard in the beginning, and I was lucky enough really to catch it. I was diagnosed with a very short possibility, but I was fortunate enough to be able to have a physical operation to cut it out, and to get chemotherapy twice. And pancreatic cancer it's a very aggressive form of cancer. So every day is a new day. It's something which you learn to deal with, and family, friends, my wife, all of my children, they are a very important part of my support group, my team.
Yeah. You could have easily wallowed in self-pity and, pity party and decided, I'm going to feel sorry for myself this whole time. But you didn't. Why?
My friend Bafazana phoned Sipo, was when I was diagnosed, and he said, this is Sipo Mkunu from Juluga.
Yes.
Yeah. So Bafazana phoned him and said, hey, your brother's sick, and he's got cancer. So Sipo asked him, what cancer has he got? He says, so Bafazana didn't actually know.
Yeah.
So he explained it like this. He said, and I was listening. He said, uyazi umuhlwa mawungene esikweni ekhaya phakathi, when these white ants go into the main pole that holds up the hut,
yes,
and they start eating it from the inside, you can't see it.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there and you're eating.
Yeah.
But your house is about to fall down.
Yes.
Yeah. So the white ants have gone in and they're eating it away, and then boom, it falls down. He says, but what he does now is he goes to the oncology, and he says, they've got PT1 yako.
Yeah.
They've got this doom, and they spray the white ants inside him. And I burst out laughing. I just thought, this is the most beautiful metaphor that could come out. Nobody, in oncology had ever, come up with this kind of an explanation. And I just love as white ants eating away the inside of the. And so it just gave me such. What it does is it centers you. It makes you feel, because what he's saying is that noma yumupumus.
Yeah.
Any home. One day we'll have those white ants come in.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
At
some point it can happen. You know what I mean?
What was Sipa's reaction to the news?
Sipa came up. He came to see me. He spent a few days. I showed him photographs of me in hospital. So I had the operation, then I had 6 months chemo, then I went on tour in America, then I came back, and they started eating away again.
Yeah.
So I had to go and get some more doom.
Yeah.
And then in February I was pronounced in remission. So I went and spoke to my management, and I said, I don't know how this is going to play out long term. So I could feel myself coming up a bit now and getting strength back. I lost 19 kilograms.
Wow.
I was like a ispogenje, So I said to him, I think this is the right time for me to hang up my boots.
Yeah.
For the public, for my public audience. I'd like to go on a final journey with them, so that we can all remember and we can all wrap this up and round it off.